from CRUD we have created this create. Now we need to create read, update and delete. Okay, this is how we are creating heroes. Now we are going to read all the heroes we have. So let me just copy this and paste it below here. And this is going to be a post request. This is going to be a get request. To get anything from the database, you must use this get request, or to do some operation like create or update, you can use post or put. Okay, and this is our get request. We are going to change the name of our function. That is going to be, we are going to read all the data from the database. Therefore I'm just creating it as read all, and the first parameter will be session depth session, and the second on will be offset. And let me change it. This is going to be another schema. The schema we have made, this is not returning ID, but for response we are going to use read hero. Okay, now here I'm going to put ID. This is going to be an integer field. So let me just change it to, let me just change this create hero. This is the response model, what we'll get in the response. In here we must get a hero with ID, and same for this one. Let's make it read hero, and the read all, this is going to be a offset. This is type of integer, and the default value of offset will be 0. And the second parameter will be limit. This is from annotated, typing annotated, and the first thing we should put integer. This query we are going to import from, let me just copy this and paste it here. After query, in query we'll put LE is equal 100. So the value of limit must be 100, less than 100. Okay, put 100 by default. So let me explain it on more time. What is this offset is? For example, we have 50 heroes, we set 10 as offset, then it will take all the heroes from 11 to 50. Okay, and the limit, this is, for example, we have millions of heroes, the query will be very slow. Therefore we are setting a limit, so it will give us only 100 of heroes. Here inside CRUD, let me just click here, let me copy and paste the function below. We are going to change the name of the function. This is going to be get heroes. The first parameter we are going to take is session. The second one will be offset. This is an integer field, and by default it will have 0 value, and the limit also is an integer field. Let me just get rid of all of them. Here we are going to write session dot get, sorry, this is not going to be a get, this is going to be exec. We are going to run a query in here, and let's use this all. Inside this exec we are going to run a query to set offset and limit. Okay, so just write like this, select. This select will get from SQL models. Let me just import it. Select, we are going to select with offset. Select, we are going to select hero, and then we're going to set offset. This is going to be offset. offset, and this is going to be limit, and here we are going to set our limit, which is this one. Now we need to call this function. Instead of create heroes, we are going to call get heroes. The first parameter will put session, the second one will be offset, and the very last parameter will be limit. Okay, now we are going to see the terminal. This is our inbuilt terminal. Using PyCharm, we can do like this. If you just click on this button, it will open a terminal for you, and you run the command FastAPI dev main.py, and once you see the terminal like this, that means it is working perfectly. Let me go to the browser and reload it. We're getting a route to get all the heroes. Let me just try it out, and here it is saying internet server error. Let me just fix it. What is wrong with it? Let me just make it bigger. Okay, the problem is with this response model. You see here, response validation error, on validation error. It is responding with a list, but we are setting it as a dictionary. But we need to do like this: list and list. Now let's check in the terminal. Yeah, everything is working. Let's try one more time. Let me just reload the page one more time, try it out, execute, and we are getting this hero. We have only one hero. Let me make another one. Let's make it Chris Hemsworth. Secret name will be Chris, and age will be, for example, 45. Let's execute it. Yeah, it is working. You get the 200 response. Let me just close it and run this again. We should get 2 heroes. Yeah, we have 2 heroes. Here with this route, we are getting all the heroes at once. But for example, if we need a route that is going to give us only one hero with details, for example, if I put the ID on, the response I should get is only this hero. So we need to create a route for that as well. Okay, so let me just copy this and paste it below here. It will be read, not read all. And here we are going to set a dynamic path parameter. This is our path parameter. We are setting everything in a root, and this is our prefix. So everything start with the heroes. Let me show you. Here is our URL, and the URL have this / heroes. Afterward we have offset 0 and limit 100. Okay, so here we need to set a path with dynamic hero ID. So every hero will have a dynamic ID that is very unique. So we need to get that ID. According to that ID, we are going to respond on single hero. So we are not going to respond with the list. We are going to respond with only one heroes. Therefore, I'm just getting rid of this list, and for this we don't need this offset or limit. Just let me get rid of this limit, and in offset, in place of offset, we are going to set it hero ID. This is type of integer, and this is a path parameter, not a parameter or body. So above here, everything, this is actually query parameter, and in here this is actually body parameter. So we are getting everything in request body to create a hero, and here to get all the heroes we are actually getting a query parameters in what is query parameter. Let me show you. Actually, this is query parameter. You make a question mark and then you set the key and equal to value, everything inside the URL of our route. Okay, so we don't need this query parameter or the body parameter. Instead, we are going to need a hero ID as our path parameter. This is unique, as I said, and here instead of get heroes, we are going to set it get only one hero. Okay, so let me just get rid of this plural thing, and instead of offset, I'm just going to make it hero ID. Hero ID, this is type of integer, and we don't need all of them. Instead, we are going to use a simple method, that is get, and this is hero ID. This is very simple as well. Sorry, actually it is saying mapper. We need to set a mapper in here, which is this one. So let me just select this table and then the ID. Now here we are going to call get hero instead of heroes session and hero ID. Hero ID. We are not going to return it from here. Instead, we are going to see the hero does exist or not. For example, I pass a value to the hero ID, for example 1000. There is no hero with that ID, so we are going to set a error for that. Okay, so let me just do it like this. Hero is equal this, and then a if condition. If not hero, if hero not found, then it will rise an exception, HTTP exception. We are going to get this HTTP exception from FastAPI, HTTP exception. And one more thing we need to import, that is status. Let's accept HTTP exception status code. The status code will be status HTTP 404 not found. Set a detail. There is no hero with this ID. Okay, now here we are going to raise the error, and it will not execute any code below here. If there is no hero, then this will rise. Otherwise, if there is a hero, then it will return. Just return hero. Okay, so let's check the terminal if everything working as expected or not. Let me just reload the page, reload the docs. Then again, let me try this read all, execute. We have two heroes, one with ID 1 and another one is with ID 2. So let me get all of them. For example, first hero will get with ID 1. Here is Tom Cruise. We are getting it successfully. Let's change it to ID 2. We'll get Chris Hemsworth. Here is the exception we should get. We are setting hero ID 3. For this ID, there is no hero we have created, so therefore we are getting there is no hero with this ID, which is totally okay.